Welcome back, folks. We got a clutch, we got a transmission, and we got EFI, and we got a running, driving, stopping 66 Mustang 289, and it shifts awesome. So to recap, let everybody know, we got our bell housing figured out, flywheel, starter, mid plates, everything finally. And last but not least, we couldn't get the clutch to bleed. And turns out, I'll show you, over here, you know, on this thing, everything's under the booster, the brake booster here. But if you look right over here, under that's called the master cylinder for the clutch. And where that black rubber line goes into, there's a nut on that fitting, that 90-degree fitting. And that was just loose enough that every time we tried to bleed this thing, it was sucking air through that. And finally caught that. It would sit here on the lift and we would see fluid on the right-hand side later on the next day. So that's when I figured out, nah, we got something else going on. So now, we got that clutch bled, and now we've ran our handheld. We removed the old choke cable, and we've hooked up our handheld for the Sniper 2 EFI. It starts great, runs great. I think I'm going to tune it for just a second on the curb idle, but it has to get up to temperature. So before we start driving everything, let's go ahead and get this Sniper adjusted. We'll show you what we're going to do, and then let's go ahead and take this thing for... All right, now we're gonna go ahead and get this thing fired up. I'm gonna get it up to temperature 160 is where it needs to be before you start making any adjustments. So let's get it fired up and let's get the temp up, and then let's see where we need to set our curb idle. I'm thinking 700. All right, let's see what we got. Goes out fired right up. No worries. All right. Just freaking humming. We're at 140. 140 degrees. I can hear the Sniper a little bit like the IAC. And you can hear the injectors ticking. Go ahead and get the camera down there and you hear the... But we take our light, put down the holes. Yep. Everything's doing like it should. I mean, look how smooth this thing's running with this Sniper. See our fuel pressure? Yep, about 58 pounds. Nice. Now let's let this thing get up to temperature for a little bit, and then we'll start making some. That opened up. We're actually at 173. We're idling at about 950 RPM on average. Got good battery voltage. AFR is hanging in there about 13 and a half. Come back and listen to the exhaust on this thing. This thing is running so damn smooth. And another thing, this what's nice. You got your pump, your fuel pump. You can probably hear that on the camera maybe. But man, it's not like an external pump that's just louder than the damn engine. This thing is really running smooth. So I'm gonna idle it down just a little bit. I don't know it needs to be idled down a whole lot, but let's go ahead. Okay, now we're down to about 900, 925. And then there is 900. Let's see where our target idle is. Let's go to home, let's go to tuning, let's go to basic. Let's go to basic idle. Engine idle speed, 750 RPM is the target. I'm gonna raise this just a little bit. Save. Go back to home. Here's what I think we need to do. I think we need to, and I always like to run sensors because I'm always looking at my AFR on these things. I think what we need to do is drive it. And let's see what it does. So let's. Oh yeah. Max. All right. We are in first gear. We got temperature. I'm not gonna get on it hard, so. Yeah, it is a night and day difference. This car is much different. I'm not going to do burnouts. I'm really not going to get too hard on this thing because I don't know that rear end in this car, how much it'll withstand. So I'm going to go easy. Not too easy, but you know, let's just see. Back down in second. Oh yeah. Oh, brakes are working good too. Ooh, nice. Okay. Let's see what our AFR looks like. We're running about 14 and I let off the fuel. Okay. Alright, there goes our AFR back down where it needs to be. 14, 13. So it's still learning. Oh yeah. Different car, Barry. Different car. Let's test these brakes. Just not getting on hard, just seeing, yeah. They're better. They're better. We did some adjustments in the back. Unfortunately, the speedo's not working. I was hoping that the original cable would work, but it doesn't. So we were going to have to replace this speedometer cable. However, the car behaves so well. I mean, it is behaving extremely well. So let's get this thing on the rack and check out our speedometer cable. I think we're going to have to pull the dash back, unfortunately. But let's see what we're sitting here idling at. Okay, 950, somewhere in there. Can probably change the target. Probably need to change that target a little bit, but we're sneaking up on it. I mean, the thing, just listen to it. It's just purring. Our idle air-fuel ratio is probably could be up a little bit more than that. We're at 13. Can change that target a little bit. But we can sit here and again like sneak up on it. I'm looking at I think I would like that idle AFR to be a little, yeah, see now it's coming up. Yeah, probably like to change that target to maybe, they had it at 13.9 I think. Probably wouldn't hurt to increase. Man, it's just running so well. So these are things, and of course it's going to be going through a learn process. Let's see how well it restarts. Let's sit here for a second. All right. There you go. Let's see if it comes back down, and there it goes. There it goes. It's trying to find a happy place here with the air-fuel ratio. Yeah. I think I put the target down to 925, so it's pretty close. Barry, there's always a little playing you can do here, and I can help you along. But our coolant sitting here at 185 degrees, idling. So we had a leak. And I'm gonna check. We couldn't tell where this brake fluid was coming from. We're about to check, but I put the bladder in finally into the reservoir for the transmission, and I'm wondering if it was splashing around before. I didn't have the little bladder in there that seals it, and I'm wondering if it was splashing around the threads and going around down the hose to the master cylinder and then leaking there. Not necessarily leaking, but I had Trish get in here and pump brakes, pump clutch, and I couldn't see anything coming out anywhere. So I'm suspect. So we're gonna look at that real quick and see if we've got if it's still leaking. Okay, looks like we got a speedo now. Yep. So we tried to reuse the speedometer cable that was already on here, that Barry had on here, but I think it was bad. So now we got a speedometer cable. So you got different gears in that cable that go along with the wheel size and the gear size. Show them we're doing about 45 mile an hour, probably pretty close. So the last thing is we got a leak, a little bitty leak. We're not sure what it is, where it's coming from. Man, this thing's so nice. I'm in 4th gear, climbing the hill. Doesn't even need to downshift. That carburetor is probably way out of whack. This EFI just, man. Oh, I just lost my speedo. You can see right there. Now my speedo stopped. Oh boy. Oh, yay. Not sure why, but I'll have to get the drill out, pull it out from the transmission, see if it turns with the drill. If it does, then I'm not sure what's going on, but it definitely just stopped on us. I screwed that thing in as tight as I could get it on the head, because I had to pull the instrument cluster out again to fix that. Why it just stopped, I have no idea. So we'll pull it out the transmission, see what's going on. Oh, little clip slipped out of the gear, maybe? I don't know. This thing's been like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. But at least we're driving it. Oh boy. Nothing?
No, it's just tapping.
Tapping? Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. I'm going to turn it the other way. Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay, we got a bad speedo hit. I'm going to go back the other way.
Small.
Okay. I'm going to let you down. Let's get this thing concluded. Well, that's going to be it for today. So, as far as this goes, only thing I can do is we're going to let this thing sit here and leak overnight. And if it's the brake master cylinder that's low, then we know it's the brake circuit. If it is the clutch reservoir that is low, then it's going to be the clutch circuit. I, for the life of me, cannot find anywhere up there where it's leaking. I put my hand everywhere. You know, we tightened it up this morning and figured out that last leak coming from the master cylinder where it goes directly to the slave cylinder, which is this one here. There's no fluid on this. If this had a leak, it would be running down. I have no idea. I have no idea where that's coming from. So we're just going to let it sit. It's literally coming inside the frame rail here. And it's coming out here, and then it's coming around and just sitting there leaking. So, yeah. Speedometer. So it looks like to me we've got a bad speedometer head. This is a brand new cable. The other cable was good. I couldn't find anything wrong with it. And like I said, I turned this with the drill, and the speedometer worked. It worked fine. So I thought, okay, well, it never worked once we started driving it. So I thought, I guess that cable's bad. So I put this cable on. This is the gear we ordered from Silver Sport. Goes with those gears, I think 355 gears and this tire size. Y'all saw in the video, it was all working fine, and then it stopped. And then we put the drill on it, and it just sits there and flutters. That tells me we've got stripped gears inside of the head, inside of the speedometer head. So with that, maybe that's a good opportunity for Barry to go to Dakota Digitals. Get rid of some of those old factory gauges, kind of like I did on these two cars. But with those, despite those two things, the car runs and drives fantastic. Barry's he's gonna think it's a different car with this EFI and with this transmission. Man, it is no vibrations, nothing. So got it in overdrive. Of course, hadn't had it out on the interstate, but I want to address some of these other things. The brakes still seem like it stops fine and everything, but the first quarter to half of the pedal seems soft, and we've bled the heck out of it. So I don't know. Maybe we need to pull the drums off and reset in the back. The emergency brake needs help. It's the handle assembly where the cable goes over a little roller wheel. That cable is all bunched up over the little wheel. It's got a ton of slack in it. It's not here. It's in the handle assembly itself. But yeah, it's like I said, 3 steps forwards and 2 steps back, but it's running and driving. And again, all that is great. So guys, we'll be back out here tomorrow, and I hope everybody has a great Saturday.